Assalamualaikum and hi. So our group will be present one of the gas chromatography articles that we use to extract some information to complete our video assessment. The article entitled Analysis of Datura Stramonium Lean Biodiesel by Gas Chromatography. Before we start, here are my group members that involved in this video presentation. We are final year students of Diploma in Science from RAS 12005F.
Welcome and hi, my name is NURFARAH and FAIZU. So for my part, I'm going to talk about the objective of the project and the main component and the function in the gas chromatography. The objective of this project is to determine the mass spectrometry and the influences of fatty acid composition on the few related characteristics. Okay. For the main component, for your information, there are 4 basic components in the gas chromatography. Carrier gas is for chemically inert gas as a mobile phase, and it lowers the molecular weight loss. Okay, so for the second part of the component in the gas chromatography is sample injection system. The function of the sample injection system is to introduce sample into the column. And for your information, there are 2 types of the sample injection system. They are split mode and splitless mode. For the split mode, it introduces only small amount of the sample. It will use a concentrated sample and it will produce a narrow and sharp peak. For the splitless method, most of the sample introduced into the column. It uses only low concentration and wide peaks will obtain. Okay. The third one is column. Column is the interaction between solute and the stationary phase. With the column, that separation can occur. Okay, so for the column, there are also 2 types of the column, packed column and the capillary column. Okay, as you can see that at the left one is the packed column and the right one is for the capillary column. Okay, so the advantage for the packed column is a large sample size and is easy and convenient. And for the capillary column is high resolution, short analysis time, high sensitivity and more efficient. So for the last one is, do you know the function of a detector? Detector is one of the most important part in the gas chromatography. Okay, for your information, detector is to detect the component of the mixture being evaluated of the chromatography column. So there are 3 types of the detector, which is FID, TCD and also ECD. Okay, so that's all from me. I'm going to pass it to my member for the next presentation. Thank you so much for listening.
Assalamualaikum and hi, I'm HASHIM. I'm going to talk about methods. Biodiesel was prepared from the extract of oil of Datura stramonium by 2-way process, comprising of acid catalyst esterification followed by base catalyst transesterification. The fat acid composition of the biodiesel sample was analyzed by gas chromatography coupled with mass spectrometer. The gas chromatograph analysis was made using Angilin 7890A series chromatograph equipped with a mass spectrometer detector. A capillary columns dimension packed with non-polar HP5 column was used. The sample was diluted in HASSAN and 1 microliter of this solution was injected into the column. The injection was performed in split mode with a split ratio of 50:1. The column temperature was programmed initially at 100 Celsius about 20 minutes and then increased to 180 Celsius at the rate of 10 Celsius per minute, about 10 minutes, and then increased to 290 Celsius. The inlet temperature was set at 300 Celsius. For the carrier gas, helium was used at a flow rate of 0.8 ml per m. The mass spectrometry detector was operated in the positive electron impact mode with ionization energy of 70 electron volt of the accelerating voltage in the ion source. The identification of the peak signal are identified based on the mass spectrometry library. Ester prepared with unsaturated fatty acid show lower cetane number, better cold flow properties, and sulfur oxidative stability. The fatty acid chromatogram showing the different components present in datura stramonium methyl ester is shown in the result. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is ALYAA and I will present to you results for this study. Retention time is the time between samples injection and the maximum response for the solute's peak. It is used to estimate the necessary length of the chromatographic run and usually measured in minutes. Here is the fatty acid chromatogram showing the 18 different components present in datura stramonium methyl ester is shown in the graph, and each of the components had different of retention time. As a consequence, 4 peak signals were chosen, including erucic acid methyl ester with a retention time of 18.314 minutes and arachidic acid methyl ester with a retention time of 14.647 minutes. Then there's palmitoleic acid methyl ester and lauric acid methyl ester, which have retention times of 11.788 and 8.178 minutes respectively.
According to this table, each compound has stated its molecular weight and retention time. High molecular weight compound will have a high boiling point, so it will have a low volatility. Means that compound with a low volatility will elute later. So now we will go through one by one for each compound. For lauric acid methyl ester, it has the lowest molecular weight and lowest boiling point among the other 3 compounds, which means it has a high volatility than others, so that this compound will elute first before the others. Next, palmitoleic acid methyl ester. Palmitoleic acid methyl ester will elute after lauric acid methyl ester because it has a lower volatility, which means higher molecular weight and higher boiling point compared to lauric acid methyl ester. While for arachidic acid methyl ester, it will elute first before the erucic acid methyl ester because of lower molecular weight and lower boiling point, so it has a high volatility compared to erucic acid methyl ester. And lastly, erucic acid methyl ester has the highest molecular weight, high boiling point, and low volatility, which proves that this compound will elute later and slowest than other 3 compounds. To summarize the order of which compound eluted first, it starts with lauric acid methyl ester, then palmitoleic acid methyl ester, followed by arachidic acid methyl ester, and lastly end by erucic acid methyl ester.
In conclusion, biodiesel samples with high monounsaturated smelly methyl oleate can exhibit better fuel properties in terms of ignition quality, cloud point, and heating value.
So, here are the reference or the journal that we used to refer in order to complete our video assignment. So, I guess that's all from us. Thank you.